So there's a unit. All right, so it's a Makita XRU18. That's the model number. And it came with the charger, 2 batteries, and it happens to have the shaft with the driver down all the way to the bottom, which I thought it was more efficient for a motor to be down here, but I see the ones that come with the expensive attachments are the shaft driven. So the shaft driven is metal, and then I'm sure this is going to be aluminum. All right, so here's our next phase. It's installing the handle. If you look closely, you'll make sure that you see that there's 5 and 3, and then the handle itself. I preloaded the screws into the handle because I know this will be easier. And then it says 5 is threaded. Handle easy enough. You have this one right here is number 3. Goes down. We're gonna put that down. Get those bolts to go through, and then here's number 5. They have a circle or cylinder sticking out the bottom. Lock these two together, and I know I could be using their handy dandy piece, but this is so much faster. So this goes together rather easy, nice and fast. Okay, so with that rubber dampener in the middle, we can just tighten this by hand a little bit. We don't have to go crazy, I don't think, because there's nothing on here saying that we don't have to do this again and again and again and again. So this motor in the back is relatively heavy, and this looks like I can move this handle up and down like the last one. It has it. All right, with the instructions, it says the hex key goes under right before the battery protector on the bottom, which is nice because it's always nice to have that available. I love the fact they put these things into their circular saw so you can change the blade, because I can never keep hex keys around. So here we go. It's gonna go in here, and there's a nice little friction fit back there, just like the circular saw. Push it in there. This one might not last as long as the circular saw, but we'll see. Has a protector over it to protect you. This trims the string so it's the right length for you, so you're not overworking the machine or getting hit by debris. Most landscapers take this off. I do not, because me and my younger son both use this. So this right here, very simply, 2 bolts, goes in there, preset, you can't change that. All right, so here's our device. Here's the head. Here's the shield protector clamp. It seems to be all put together for us already. I will double check, because once that's on there, it's not going to be easy to deal with. I am interested to take this apart. I don't want to do that till I break it. All right, so these go right in. They're nice. It's like a nice camera or a tripod for a telescope setup, which is rather neat. Put these in there, and this looks like it's done just by doing that. All right, nice brass with corrosion resistant screws. I wish they did that with my lawn tractor. That thing doesn't have corrosion resistance anywhere. So tighten that up, and that one is done. The other one had lock washers. I figured this would too. It doesn't. But again, it should be just one of these things. These things vibrate themselves to death. You should be checking them out once in a while. See how they're doing. Clean them up. Make them more efficient. All right, so that was easy enough. All right, so installing the cutting head. They have really good line in here. It's the spiral or whisper string there. So they say maximum of 1. But I've put all different sizes in these devices. They were so huge thing to look for is right here. Always remember this. There's a set screw, so you put this in by hand tight, but if you hold that in there, you can get it nice and tight. I've had these fall off. It's no big deal, but if you don't use that set screw, your Allen key is a set screw, you can't stop the shaft from turning. All right, so it's a real easy install. This one out. I'm not using their set screw. I'm going to use my Allen key just because it's what I have. All right, so this is going to get caught up in the plate. So when we turn this on, and I'm shocked that there is nothing on here besides a twisty. Okay, so put this in there and just twist it on. And this there would be reverse threads. There we go. So I'm locked into something that's stopping me from turning it with this. So now the shaft is no longer turning. And hand tight. And a little more low, because I hate when they fall off. All right, so that was easy enough. So as I turned this, something popped up to stop from turning, and it worked well. These pieces here, if you've ever worked with this stuff, you will find that these things get kicked up. So this one's nice. It has sealed bearings in there. The spline is not giving it up very easily. Okay, so in there, sealed bearings, very nice. Goes through the spline there. And you see those are sealed. So eventually these things get dirty in there, along these seams, along here, and it slows the machine down a lot. So these things do have to be opened up. They're not maintenance free. They're fantastic for what they are. No stinky. I don't mean to say that.